All right, so we have ourselves a division problem here. It says they want us to divide this by this, and it should be in the answer of either p of x or p of x plus this, where k would be like your remainder. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to do it in long division first, and then I'm going to do it in synthetic. And I'm going to, hopefully I can sell you on synthetic, because really this is a much better, this is a great problem for synthetic. So let's go over here. Let's do long division. I'm going to write x plus 2 divided into 3x cubed plus x squared minus 4x plus 12. Now, I do want to make sure I have all my terms. I have a no degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, so I'm good. And I just have to ask myself, what times x would make 3x cubed? Well, let's do this in like yellow. That would be 3x squared, and 3x squared times x is 3x cubed. But I have to distribute it to both terms, so 3x squared times 2 is 6x squared. And then remember, I'm subtracting, so I'm going to put a minus in front of both of these. Cancels out. This is essentially like 1 minus 6, so that's negative 5x squared. Bring down the negative 4x, and repeat. What times x makes negative 5x squared? Well, that would just be negative 5x. So distribute. I give negative 5x times x is negative 5x squared. Negative 5x times 2 is negative 10x. And then I'm going to subtract. When I subtract, these are like adding. So these cancel, and this becomes 6x. Bring down the 12. Once again, what times x makes 6x? Well, that would just be a 6. So positive 6, distribute that. 6 times 2 is 12. And what do you know? This is a nice, beautiful problem because the remainder is 0. So we're going to just write this as our answer, and we'd be done. But let's go on the next slide and see if we could have done this using synthetic. So to do this using synthetic, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, what is the 0 of the denominator? And that 0 would be negative 2. That's how we're going to start. Then you just put in all your coefficients. It would be 3, 1, negative 4, 12. And what I like to do is I like to draw a little line here and a little box. And this pattern is simple. The first one you always just bring straight down. It's a 3. And then from here you multiply. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. 1 and negative 6 makes negative 5. Negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. So multiply. Answer goes here. Then add. 10 and negative 4 makes 6. Multiply. And then add. Negative 2 times positive 6 is negative 12. And that adds a 0. Now all we have to do is we have to backfill this. We're going to fill it this way. And we're going to start with x is 0, then x to the 1, then x squared. X is 0, we don't write anything. X to the 1, we just write x, and then x squared. If it's positive, put a positive there, and we get the exact same answer. 3x squared minus 5x plus 6. There we go. Hopefully you can see, I think synthetic on this type of problem is a little bit easier. The reason why it's easier here is because your thing that you're dividing by is just x plus 2. If it was something like 2x plus 3, I wouldn't really want to use synthetic. I would rather use long division then. You can use synthetic, it's just harder. But as long as what you're dividing by has an a value of 1, synthetic, I think, is the way to go every time. So try it out. I would try it both ways a couple times to make sure you're getting it right, and then I would go fully synthetic when you can.